Are you okay? If you're lazy, can you just raise your hand where you are? Just raise your hand so I can see you where you are. Thank you very much. I'm really elated to be here today. I'm grateful for the opportunity and the chance to do this talk with all of us today. And thank you also to Ms. Tole for the amazing opportunity that she gave to me, and thank you for all the teachers and the staff and the principal as well. This amazing opportunity to do this talk, which I think is very important for all of us as we are here, whether young or old. Not to go any further, my name is Leo Kalonji, and I'm educated in 2017 of Metro Boys, and I furthered my education in information technology, which is IT, and I graduated with a diploma in 2020. I'm still seeking to further my education, to do my degree and all that. I'm still finding my way up there, so that's all about me, nothing much, but I hope sooner or later, for the little time that I have today, I hope we'll have some time at home to get to know each other better, to get to know my story, to get to know what I'm all about and what I actually do. But for today, basically, that's a little introduction about me and who I am. To take it further, I think as we are all here, there is something which makes us all common, or there's a commonality among all of us who are here. Whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you're in matric, whether you're in grade 8, or maybe a parent who can here. There's a commonality among all of us. Whether it's the tragedies of life and the triumph that life affects us all in a certain way. We're all affected by this thing that is called life. We're all affected by certain things and certain occurrences that come our way. And at times the reality is there's not much you can really do about certain tragedies and certain times that happen or occur in your life. But it's not just about what happens, but it's about what you do and what happens to you, and your attitude and your mindset towards it. And if we can take a look basically at the universe in general, let's look at the earth, right? I'm sure there are science students here and those who love science. Let's look at the earth in general, right? We see this marvelous creation of God, basically. We see the splendor and the wonders of the earth. And we see the things that are growing every morning. We wake up and we see the birds singing. We wake up and we see the plants and the trees, they blossom, the beauty. We can see how the world is evolving. We can see how the earth is moving. If we go back in time, right, we'll see that the world has changed over time, that things are no more the same as it used to be before then. Like back then, the technology that was back in the 90s is not the same technology that is right now. The things that used to happen back then is not the same thing that are happening right now. We see the involvement of the world. We see how the world is improving. We see how the world is changing. And if we can even go in the industry, for example, in companies and in every domain, basically, to rather say, and in every area of life, we will see how things are changing. We'll see how things are moving. For example, if we can go back in time and we look at the cell phone that we have today, it's not what it used to be before. It's not what it used to be back then. We used to have those little telephones. I don't know if there's anybody who ever used one of those. Is there anybody, those little ones with numbers? Anybody use them? And we are together. I also had one. It was one of my favorite things to play Snake on that phone. You know, we really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorites, you know, to do all the time on free. So we see how the world has evolved, how the world has moved, and how things are accumulating from then till now. The problem is not just about how things were and how things now, the accumulation of the world and how things have changed. There's a man who we call Henry Ford. Henry Ford is the person or the man who founded the Ford Motor Companies. We came up with a brilliant idea, which is to basically produce cars in a faster, more efficient way to the masses, which is affordable. Meaning back then, not everybody had the money or the wealth, you know, the assets to be able to purchase a car. But Henry Ford came up with this brilliant idea to come up with a manufacturing line that can produce cars much faster. You know, and it's changed the whole world, because back then not everybody had access to cars. Maybe back then people were still using horses and other forms of transport. But because of what this man did, it's changed the course of history. Because of what this man did, it's changed and it's affected us till today, meaning it's affected generations after generations. And we see these are the kind of people who decided to do something. These are the kind of people who decided to take an act, to do a step, to do something in order for the future of the generation to be different, to not be the same as it was. Throughout this story, basically, what am I getting to, right? And we all know that I was about to speak about growth. Take it in this perspective.
Growth requires letting go. Growth requires letting go. Meaning, in order for growth to happen, at a certain point, you have to let go. Let me go back to the story that I alliterated about the universe. We see that there are certain people who decided to let go of how things were being done in order for the future to be better. There are people who accepted to leave the old knowledge or the old ways of doing things and to accept the new things that are coming. The only way for growth to happen is if within you, as you are seated here today, if you have the capacity to let go. When we're speaking of letting go, I'm not saying that it's easy, but all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it's worth it. We all struggle in our lives in certain things or in certain areas in order for us to basically let go of certain things. But there's only one repercussion basically for us to move forward, for us to advance. That growth requires you letting go. For example, maybe you are here, you're in matric, right? And once you were in grade 8 as I was, when I was in grade 8, honestly, books for me was just a second hand, I was just reading it. Going about my life, enjoying school. Till the time I was in grade 8, I should try this thing of studying, open your books every day and trying out. But by the time I did that, when I was in grade 11, it was too late. Do you know why? Can you ask me, do you know why? Say why. Why? It was too difficult for me because the habit that I accumulated for the past years came and haunted me. You know, a habit that you build over time is very difficult to let go of. That's what I'm saying. It was hard for me to let it go, but in order for me to be able to move forward, in order for me to grow and produce the result that I produced in the street, it was for me to have the capacity and the possibility to let go of the things that I used to do back then that were not working, in order for me to do something that will take me further, in order to do something that will help me to make a step to what I want to be and what I want to do. So as you are here, what are the things that are holding you back? What are the things that are weighing you down? What are the things that are blocking you, that have placed you in bondage? And as I'm saying, and going back to the story of the universe, things have changed. There are other people today, they are still using or instead the mindset of a horse. While today we are using cars. You still have the attitude of a horse. While today the technology has improved and has changed. I'm simply saying that the old mindsets, that the old ways of doing things will not take you where you want to be. But the only way for you to go where you want to be is for you to let go of certain things in order for you to embrace the future. When it comes to embracing the future, my last point to conclude, that the gap between who you are and who you want to be is what we do. The only gap between where you are or who you are today and who you want to be or what you want to do is what you do, the action basically. You may do all that you can do in life, but if you cannot take action, then nothing will happen. You may pray to pass. Prayer does nothing if you don't do anything. So in order for things to happen in your life, you need to take a step, you need to open your books, you need to study, you need to do whatever you can, you need to do whatever is required of you from your teachers in order for you to make a step and to let go of the things that are holding you back. That is the only way you can be who you are, that's the only way you can enter into your future. I hope next time we'll meet again and I want to share. But for today, this is it. Thank you very much. My name is Leo.